Yo, people, what's going on? Back again. Red Talk settings. The man them are here. What's good, man?
Yes. Well, you man saying everybody bless.
Bless, bro. I can't even lie. I've just come from a heat wave on Saeed's channel. You, man, I need to share this with you.
Go
Go
on,
on,
I've
man.
been
man. What happened?
arguing with man, yeah, on the Saeed. Hey, listen, Rance is gonna lose his head. I had a man convincing us on the stream that a prime Welbeck is better than a prime Tony for Man United. I just wanted to leave the stream. Danny Welbeck.
What is a prime Welbeck, though?
Bro, what is a what? I said that. I said, what is a prime Welbeck? He's never had a prime.
Before we get to that,
Yeah, sorry.
how did
big
that?
up, man, then.
How no, forget that. I want to know how that came about. What happened prior to that?
Okay,
how did that
okay,
become
so
a conversation?
We're
That's
talking
what I
about,
want to know.
yeah, we're talking about Kane, and then we're talking about Hojlund, yeah, him coming in and the expectation and stuff. And I just said, yo, man, them, if Tony was not on a ban, do you think Eric Ten Hag would have gone for Ivan Tony this summer? And then people were like, yeah, obviously we would, but how much would they quote? And then some people were saying 65, 70. Some were saying he would get up to 90, 100. I said, nah, not 90, 100. And then my man come out with, yeah, well, we had Welbeck and blah, blah, blah. Welbeck's better than Tony. And then we just lost it, bro.
At what, bruv?
What's that
At
got to do
what?
with anything? And
Brother,
and you know
prime
what?
Danny Welbeck here was that 20 minutes against Madrid, blood. That was about
He,
it.
Hey,
he did
I
his
can't
thing as a
even
squad
believe it.
player. You know what I'm saying? And that shout out to Welbs.
Yeah.
'Cause I know Welbs in that. We
Yeah,
went to the
big
same
up
school.
Bob. Obviously, he's had an
that's
all right
my
Listen,
career.
that's my
Welbs
guy.
is a bad man. He still had a good career.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my guy.
Come
good
on, bro.
career,
Yeah,
no
he's
one
not-
was ever
he's
talking
not
about
Tony.
Danny Welbeck being
Bro.
top 3 strikers in the
I
Premier
know.
League. at any
I said,
point in
what,
his
prime
career.
Tony? I said, what, prime Tony now or your prime Welbeck? Who you taking for United? He goes, Welbeck! Whoa! Like, I was like,
You know what's
Oh,
crazy
no.
about that though is Tony could still get better. We've not
Yeah.
necessarily seen
Yeah,
his prime.
facts.
He
And
still
And we
has
haven't even
levels to
seen
go.
him. We haven't seen him in a top team yet. Welbs
Yes.
played Champions League, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, man, I got come on, man.
yeah, crazy. Honestly, crazy stream. You might should watch it later. Honestly, just
That's
that
crazy.
50
Shout out
minutes.
Saeed,
I don't
man.
even know if I got the emotional fucking stability to watch something like
Bro,
that.
you would have
I lose
lost
my
it.
fucking mind, broski. You know, like that. I can't even lie. That's bullshit.
Yeah, now I'm here though. Big up Red Talk every single time. Big
Alright,
up
big up
Sarcasm
everyone.
City.
You know what?
what
You know what
I'm saying?
thought that I was having, yeah, about Hojlund, yeah.
Go on.
Like, bro, I could see the manager doing a mad thing and maybe my man playing on the right sometimes, you know. I don't know why, innit? Like, but
Is
Brother,
he right or left footed?
he's left-footed, blood, and bruv,
I suppose it's an option if he's left footed.
bro, I feel like sometimes man might see him actually swing out there, blood, because you know what I'm saying. We all know that MG is coming back, blood. We know it. It is what it is, bruv. Whether man like it or not, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where, fam, when we've got them two, yeah, two left-footed drillers, yeah, I don't know, blood. I think what this manager's doing right now, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
Because,
gonna lie, the
Liverpool done the Nunes
finishing,
thing on the left, and
the
it's
finishing between them two
banging.
could be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, if MG, whatever MG is, if he comes, yeah, and then you got Hojlund, the finishing on them left foots, Podolski 2.0, both of them, crazy.
Yeah. But bro, like, bruv, when you think about it though, when you actually think about it though, yeah, like for the pressing and that, the false nine Sancho thing's working, bruv. Whether you like him or not, in it, like man, I said it's working. I want to see him do it against Madrid tonight. If he does it against Madrid tonight, that's it, bro. Bruv, no, I
Hey,
can't wait.
the smile,
Bro,
the
I'm
smile
head-
on
I'm
your
head-
face. You're happy
Bro,
with this one, isn't it?
listen,
debate,
bro,
was it
he's-
us three? I feel it was us three that debate. Was it us three that debated this one like 2 weeks ago?
We were talking. I think we were talking about we have.
Yeah,
Sancho
the
has
false
been a
nine, and
topic
obviously
before,
Rance was running with it. I was saying no, and I seen this smile. Look at that smile. He's happy now. He thinks he's won it.
Hey, bro, listen, I know I've won still because, hey, bruv, I'll be real, yeah. The way this youth's playing is not funny no more, innit? Like, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones where man can say what they want to say, but like he's linking play. Man showing that he has got burners, yeah. It's just that it's different when you're facing it's different when you're facing up players on the outside and you have to take them on. He ain't got Rashford burners, but bro, you see when you're playing down the middle, you just need to be smart to get away from players, innit? And he's very smart, bro. And that's just what it is. And that position suits him to the ground. And if you look at how we're trying to play, it's very Liverpool-esque, bro. And the best Liverpool we saw was with a false nine down the middle. It wasn't with an out-and-out striker. And then even when you look at Liverpool now, when they move Nunes up front, yeah, that's the reason why they didn't make top 4, bro. They moved him out wide too late. If they done that 5 or 6 games earlier, bro, Nunes on the left, bro, That's where the reincarnation of Liverpool came from, bro. That out and out number 9 for Liverpool just was not working, bro.
He is definitely a better wide player than he is a centre forward. Yeah, the Sancho goal against Arsenal, I ain't seen him do that. I looked at because I stepped back in and seen it, and it was on the screen. I was like, rah. I had to look again. I rubbed my eyes. I was like, "Is that Sancho?"
Bruv, he cooked Gabriel, and Gabriel's fast, bruv.
This is the thing, though. This is
Gabriel can shift. Where has that been?
He can. You know what it is, Sancho, though. He's one of these players, yeah. You know them players that are bare quick over 6 yards, 6 to 10 yards. If he gets 6 to 10 yards and he's acceleration, he's gone. Like you ain't catching him over a long sprint. Obviously, he's not that guy, but he had the anticipation to quickly get in, and Gabriel couldn't twist and get back. But let's be real. Let's have obviously Sancho. Big up to him. He's doing this false 9 role. He probably didn't expect it, and he's doing.
Sorry, that's
and Eric Ten Hag's put him in that position, yeah. And like Rance did it. I'll be real. Rance said it 2 weeks ago. He wants him down false 9. I said I want him on the right wing, and I still do. I said on Sai's show just now, like I'm happy for him as Sancho the player because he's had a difficult 2 years, and if he's gonna play his best football down the false 9, then yeah, I respect it. However, and I know people might get onto me in the comments now, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with what I think. Hojlund's going to come in and play number 9. We've known that Rashford can also play number 9 at times. And Martial, when he's fit, he's a better number 9 than what Jadon Sancho is. So Sancho is still going to be 3rd or 4th choice. He's not going to get that many minutes.
I don't agree.
Hear me out. Hear me quickly. I'll be quick. So he's not going to get that many minute opportunities in the number 9 position for me. So on the right-hand side, we know that Ahmad's looking a bit lightweight. He's done his ankle. He might be out for a few weeks. It's only Anthony right now on that side that is occupying the right position. We all know here, yes, he's Ten Hag's guy, but is he good enough? We don't know yet. He will get more opportunities still playing off the right. So as much as Ten Hag's maybe nurtured him and saying, right, you know what, do the false 9 thing and it's an option, I don't see long-term Sancho being there because there are going to still be 2 or 3 man ahead of him. And it's only been 2 games in pre-season, man. Like, it's exciting to see that he's happy in that. But come on, like, is this something you can see consistently? Let's have a comment.
No, bro, I'll be real, yeah. Like, you know, when you're saying that I don't believe he's behind Martial, bro. I don't, innit? I believe Martial's behind him. Until Martial can stay fit, yeah, Martial's not in a conversation. I'll be real. Like, he's not. Because the thing is with Martial, yeah, in terms of overall talent, he's one of our best players. But, bro, this guy cannot stay fit. And even the goal that Sancho scored, Martial's not scoring that because he's probably not catching the ball. He's probably breaking down halfway, blood. You know, like
old Martial would score that.
Old Martial, yes. But new Martial, if he opens his legs up, his body's falling apart. He's finished, bro. Like, from a physical standpoint, Martial's dusted, bro.
I think he's done.
And the thing is, the reason why I can say that is because I've been there personally, bro. Like, to the point where your body can't do what it used to be able to do. I've been there, bro. I've had 3 surgeries, blood, on this leg, and I got a 4th one coming to take the plate out my leg, bro. I understand what it's like to once be able to do this,
and you can't
do it no more, bro.
Yeah. And so what are you saying? You think he traded Sancho to kind of be the Martial role of that plan B?
That's exactly what I think. I think Sancho is going to be our Martial. Martial's going to get sold, blood. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not in this window. But this is Martial's last season for us, bro, because his body cannot deal with what we need it to do, bro. Look what the manager's talking about. Best transition team, the intensity. But Martial can't offer intensity, bro. His body's broken.
Not anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't look the same. He finally looks Martial like the injuries have caught up with him. Because before, when he used, and I'm big fan of Martial. You know what I'm saying? Well, used to be as his talent.
And people were saying, Martial looks heavy. He's not heavy. Yeah. He just lost his explosiveness. Yeah. He's still in great shape.
Yeah, every time he got injured and he came back, there was never no worry about him losing anything from a physical standpoint. But it finally seems the amount of injuries I've caught up with Sancho.
He runs down like he's got something in his hamstrings.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've said it on previous shows on here when we discussed it, other shows as well in regards to Sancho. The only place I see him being successful is from a central standpoint. More so, it was the 10. But obviously, with the Mount signing, it seems we're going with 2 6s. I mean, a 6, and 2 8s. So then the only place he can play, to me, his fruit is through the middle. We are going to sign a striker.
Do you think this is a big game for him tonight, then, Flawless? When you look at it, like, I'm not saying big game because the season started, but because it's Real Madrid, right? And we're talking proper opposition tonight.
This is it tonight. Sancho plays well tonight. no one can't chat to me ever
Yeah.
again, bro. Like that, I've made my mind up. You know the
what
one.
you-
This is
like.
it, yeah.
Bro,
I'm
this is
remembering
bro.
this.
No, bro, bruv, you know me, but I
I
said the
know
same
what he's
thing
like.
about. I said the same thing about Kobe as well. I said if he plays well against Arsenal,
Okay.
he's him. That's it. Like
Yeah,
no
see,
one can
and-
chat to me.
And
Like that's it.
that's
There's
not
certain
Saeed's
games.
here. Saeed should
Saeed
jump in the
can-
stream,
Saeed
man.
can say one game. This is how you Harry Beckenbauer in the chat, blood. Like man's gonna end up going to West Ham or something. Like let's not do this, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
So if
Like,
Sancho cooks tonight against Real
Bro,
Madrid,
if
you're all in.
Sancho
You're all
cooks
in on the
against-
false 19. Yes.
bruv, I'm already all in, but this will only just like solidify what I've seen, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because what I've seen is, yeah, the manager said to us, and by the way, yeah, we're further down our preparation than Real Madrid because their league starts after us, so we're going to be fitter than them, and I expect us to beat them. This result doesn't mean anything. So I'll put that out there. I expect us to beat them, yeah, because we're further along in our preseason than them. So this result is not important. I'm talking about the performance. Do you know what I'm saying? What I've seen from Sancho, his pressing, how sharp he is, his movement in between the lines, the way he receives the ball, and also how he's dropping into the midfield to create overloads as well, because he's very, very comfortable on the ball. He's drawing loads of fouls as well. When you look at what he's doing what Martial used to do. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the physicality of Tony, like
to an
hold
extent,
people.
he's got development to come, but that's
because
normal
they-
because he's
Yeah,
only played
but
for
he's
twice.
doing what Tony used to do in terms of how he's linking the play. And we've seen that he can finish. Everyone knows that he can finish once he gets into the box. He's a very viable option for us, bro. And especially in away games as well, where we need the extra man. He's a lot more mobile than because he's small and nippy rather than having a
he can do that.
free
He can-
Hojlund. That's
yeah,
why
he can drop
sometimes
off and do
Hojlund-
something different. I
Don't
get
be
what you're
surprised
saying
if
in
we
that
see
sense.
Hojlund out wide, bro. Like because the Nunes out wide thing's working for Liverpool. Like don't sleep on that. And in the modern game, most of the goals are coming from out wide anyway. I think Erling Haaland's the only number 9 in the Premier League that's really scoring goals from down the middle, bro. Because Salah gets his goals from out wide.
But this
Yeah,
is
it
what
could
I'm going to
definitely be
challenge you, yeah, because
It could be an option. Well, go
I
on,
think
Ty.
with Hojlund, when Hojlund comes in, Hojlund is going to be first choice because Hojlund, I'm not saying he's
But
a
not
complete
straight away
package.
though.
But no, Brant, he will be because I actually
think so?
he will be because this is where I'm gonna come in, yeah. And Sancho, yeah, you've done your thing for a couple games, but Hojlund will come in and be the number 9 because yes, he can't maybe do the full link up thing that Martial can do. However, he can drop off, and what I like about him is well, he has the instinct to finish. We've moaned about
does.
chances being created and not scoring them sort of tapping goals, them 6-yarders and stuff like that. Hojlund has the instinct to score more goals than any other player in our team right now. We scored 58 as a team last year. If Hojlund can come in and even slap a nice 15 and the others could improve around him, that's a bonus. But I feel like we're missing someone that actually wants to score goals. Now, Sancho can be pretty doing an link-up thing, score, assisting a few things. Yes, he scored the other day, but that wasn't a striker's goal. Like Gabriel missed it and he ran through. Other players can do that. I'm talking about someone who's actually going to have the desire to proper score like a bagsman. Hojlund will come in and he's not going to be the finished article. No one thinks he's going to be Harry Kane and score 25 or 30 goals, but he will show the predatory instincts that we have missed in a striker that we haven't had probably since Van Persie. I'm not even putting Cavani in there really because that was a short loan. You're
right. You're right with some of the things you're saying, yeah, but cool. But bro, in pre-season, yeah, how many opportunities have we created, yeah? In the box, really, where we're saying, you know,
we haven't, but we haven't had that. But everything changes when you have that ideology in your head as a team that you know you've got a proper striker. Right now, we're playing. Let me come to you. No, here we go. You've answered it yourself. You said we haven't. You just asked me how many chances we've really created. We've been playing with Sancho as the false 9. Of course, we're not going to create loads of chances because he's not got that predatory instinct to be like that.
No, but we have created chances, but we haven't created chances that you would say that, yo, we need a poacher to finish these chances.
Exactly. But once we have Hojlund, we will be creating them chances that we were able.
Who's going to create the chances? Because it won't be Rashford.
I think it's more than just, it's both things. I think you're both right in regards to we need to create more. I'm not talking preseason because I've not watched the games. I'm just saying in general. Because when people are spoken about what Manchester United are going to do this season, I'm like, where are the goals going to come from? We had one player last season who got double figures in the Premier League. That needs to improve. Even Sancho playing false 9, he needs to get more goals and create more. Everybody else needs to pitch in as well. Anthony, Diallo, Garnacho, Hojlund, all of these people need to, all of our attackers not only need to create more, need to score more. That's a whole different conversation of whether they're going to
This comment right here.
Hojlund is not guaranteed. Yeah,
he is going to score goals for us, but bro, like Anthony and Rashford don't cross, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So when we talk about scoring the ugly goals, we don't play a brand of football,
Don't need
which
to be
means the ugly goals, are going to be more prevalent. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What if
what I'm
Rashford
saying-
shoots and the keeper parries it out and he taps it in? That's what we want. Them
I
instant
hear
goals.
all of that, bro. I hear all of that. But what I'm saying is, just like Nunes, Nunes wasn't really bagging down the middle for Liverpool, bro. Don't be surprised if we see a lot of Hojlund drifting out wide, bro. Because in the modern game, this is where the goals are.
Yeah, true. Say, has he done that before for Atalanta? Or is
Bro,
this
watch
something he's
him
not-
play.
runs the
He
channels.
drifts.
I'm
He
not
drifts
watching him.
anyway.
Does
He
drift
drifts
anyway?
anyway, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you know
I've
what I'm
not
saying?
watched
What
him
I'm
like
saying
that in
is,
depth. Fair, okay.
the way the manager's using this player as the first line of press, the 9, even though it's not a proper 9, and the reason why he likes Martial is because again, Martial's not a 9 like Hojlund either, bro.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
It's
So when you look
disrespectful, Rance, to say that Sancho after 2 games is a better number 9 for this team right now, even with Martial not fully fit yet, than what Martial is.
It's not disrespectful, bro.
Nah,
Listen,
bro.
Listen, I know, bruv, what
Let
Martial
me-
was and what Martial is not the same thing, bro. Like
But it's
this,
still
bruv,
better than what Sancho is as a 9.
Here the thing is,
not-
it's too.
We
it's too
played
big.
Man City at home. We played Manchester City at home last year, flawless, and we beat Man City at home. And Rashford scored and Garnacho came on.
and
The
Martial
first
played up
45
top.
minutes,
He played
we
well.
stopped Man City playing, and everything was running through Martial. And that was
How
just
many
Martial
games has Martial
on one
played
leg.
since that game?
But the point I'm making is that
How
there's
many
both-
games has he played since that
he's
game?
not played often. The point I'm making is there's both big question marks over both because neither of them have played 9 for a significant amount of time to say this. How often did Martial play 9 last season? Sancho, this is a new position. We don't have anywhere near enough evidence yet. This is all just
But Rand believes he's
speculation.
better than Martial at 9.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, that's
Bruv,
a whole,
listen,
but
it's
that's a whole
common
different
sense, bro.
conversation.
Are you gonna pick a player that can run or a player that
I
can't
think-
run
I
in
think
the
he is,
system
but-
that the manager's trying to play, bruv?
I'll have
Like
a
the
player that
manager
can do
has said
everything with the hold up, the link up.
The manager
everything. He can
has
do that
said
better.
the manager has said straight up, we want to be the most devastating transitional team. You can't be a devastating transitional team with a fucking centre forward that can't run. And this is why I said that even the Harry Kane thing, as much as I want him,
Hey, I've said
we
that.
want
I
Harry
got
Kane
butchered for
because
that.
he's Harry Kane. Do you know what I'm
I've said
saying? But
that.
when you look at the way that the manager wants to play, Kane don't suit it either.
And this is the point. That's a whole different conversation.
This is
'cause
the
I've
point, man,
mentioned that.
saying, bro. Listen,
much-
when
I've
it
said
comes
that
to
for the
finishing,
longest.
holding the ball, and all of these things, Martial's got the holding the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to composure in the box, bro. Like, bro, 6 of one, half a dozen of another, bro. When Sancho's in the box, he very
I'm
rarely
intrigued to
misses.
see. This is going to be a good debate
but-
between us 3.
No, but the difference is Sancho can run. He's shown it.
Yeah, but
and
if
he's
you're
more
just saying
mobile.
just because Sancho
Martial
can
can't
run,
run,
but you're
bro.
not talking about football attributes in terms of everything. You're
Because
basically
Sancho's
admitting
technically
Sancho
as good
can
on the
run more
ball,
than
if not
Martial.
better than
Footballing
Martial.
attributes, you're admitting Martial's attributes are better. So if Martial can stay
No,
fit.
no.
Martial's the
Hold
better
on,
9.
Hold on. No, because like again, what's the point in having all these attributes here if we're off the ball team, bro? Now
But Martial is one of the most intelligent presses in our Manchester United attack.
But who cares about
Oh, you should
intelligent,
know
bruv,
that.
if you're getting there a second later than everyone else?
Bro, you know Martial's one of the smartest presses in the team.
Doesn't
You know.
matter. If you can't move, it's null and void, bro. Like this is modern football. This ain't the days of Mark Viduka up front, play it into him and it sticks, bro. If you can't run, bro, in the modern game,
it's an
you
athlete-
need to be special, bruv.
Yeah. It's
like
it's an athlete.
special.
Yeah.
Like,
I've said that. Your
Bruv,
other
Harry
attributes
Kane
have
is
to be acceptable.
special, bro. Harry Kane can get away with not being mobile because when the ball drops to him within 25 yards, he's either putting it in the goal or he's playing a perfect pass. Like nobody has repped Martial FC more than me, but I know better than anyone from real life experience of my own body, that I can see a man that wants to do things that he can no longer do, bro. He wants to do them. Physically, he can't do them.
Because I don't want people to think that like I'm onto Sancho because I don't rate him. I think Sancho's a good player. I prefer him on the right, but I think to call him better than Martial already in the false 9 role, whether
Bruv, he offers way more, bro.
But
He
Ty,
offers
but
way
Ty,
more
but Ty,
now
But Ty,
for
whether
what we're
he
trying
is-
to do.
Whether he is or he isn't better than Martial, Martial's not the bar. Sancho's
not
not the bar
available.
at the 9. None of them, neither of those two are the
that's
bar
true.
currently. If somebody's trying to tell me how good a 9 is and they say, oh, this 9's better than
Yeah, you're not
better
using
than
them as an
Martial,
example.
that's not
Yeah.
sold on me. Same with Martial. This is a new position for Sancho. I believe this is the only place I see currently at this club Sancho will be successful is central, as in the false 9. We are going to sign Hojlund or we are going to sign a striker who I believe will start up top. Anthony's going to play from the right. Rashford's going to be from the left. So his his opportunities are going to be limited. But of course, injuries happen, suspensions happen, loss of form happens. I'm
Why
glad
do you
to see
prefer
him
Sancho
go on.
essentially than what on the right hand side if you know that he could compete with
Because
Anthony?
of what we was talking about in terms of athletic. Like, the only place you can get away with being less mobile and less athletic is in the false nine. When you look at all the most successful wide players, in particular in the Premier League,
they are explosive.
They're all electric. They all have acceleration, which you mentioned. They all have top speed. They have other things that go with it, of course. But that's the base, whether it's Saka, whether it's Salah, whether it's City are the exception to the rule. But you understand, even Garnacho, you see the impact. You see Garnacho in the same team and you see the impact he has. But if I wouldn't sit here and say that Garnacho's a better footballer than Sancho, he's not. But you see who has a better impact.
But style-wise,
because of how
styles
it
make
is. Styles, because the system is, if you give so that's what that is in regards to. That's why I've said I don't want to see Sancho out wide. However, he has the footballing ability and the technical ability to play central. I said 10, like I've said before initially.
But bro, he is a 10, bro. And guess what? In the modern game, the false nine is the number 10 or 15 years ago. That's exactly what it is. It's the second striker. It's the Gianfranco Zola. It's the same position. That is Sancho's natural position, bro. He's actually playing in his natural position, his most natural position in the modern game, which is the false nine, bro.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
I think someone said
10.
in the comments, Sancho's too slow to be a false nine. I'd actually disagree. If you're intelligent and you're Firmino was not quick. Like,
bro,
it's intelligent.
he's as quick as Bobby. He's
IQ.
as quick as Bobby, if not quicker. And he's a better finisher, bro. When he's in the box, bro, he's a better finisher, bro.
As long as you're mobile, if you have, do you know what your biggest successfulness in terms of a false nine is having a brain.
Yeah, and then when you add in the IQ he has and you add in the fact that he has mobility, like I said, it's not like he's non-mobile.
He's light on his feet. He's mobile. He turns well.
He's agile.
He's got a good weight of pass as well. If he's got goal scoring wide players around him, he's going to cause a lot of problems, bro.
Yeah, I just need in the once the season starts, I need you to produce. That's what I'm waiting on. I like the fact that Ten Hag is now playing him central. I hope that continues. I'm not trying to see him out wide. I think that's tried and that's failed. If he's going to play, let him play central. But he has to produce in competitive matches. That's what I'm looking at. Premier League, Champs, FA Cup, League Cup. We need to see more from you. Not only on the eye test, you know what I'm saying, where you're a great foil for the team. Also goals and assists as well. You're good enough you're not the only one, but you're good enough to get more goals and assists if you're playing as many matches as you do. Let's say he plays 25 matches. All right, you got to be putting up numbers. Not just him, everybody. And everybody, you have to be a foil for others as well. I'm not hearing one without the other. It's not go get goals and assists, but you're not good for the team. Or you're good for the team, but you don't get goals and assists. I think you got 6 goals last season. Not enough. For your talent, not enough. And now you're playing in a position that suit. I think it personally suits him better. So we need to see more from you. All right, so we'll see. But I just need to see it compared.
And to be fair, it's kind of like the pressure's on him as well a little bit, because if he's not succeeded on the left, he's not really succeeded yet on the right, and we're saying false nine. To be fair, there's not many other positions you can go from here. So if he doesn't,
be fair, when he's played on the right, he's played well and he's played better than.
That's why I prefer him on the right, which is what I said. But of course, you guys. But if he's going to be used as a false nine. Really, Ten Hag's not going to be thinking how we are, like, oh, when he's played on the right, he's done all right. He's going to be like, right, this is your position that I'm gonna train you in, so you've got to deliver.
And that's
but the manager hasn't necessarily shown that. The manager's shown that he uses players in loads of different positions. He done it with Bruno last season. He played Bruno deeper. He's played him higher up. He done the same thing with Eriksen.
I'm comfy with that.
The manager does like to try things and play players in different positions. So don't be surprised. Like, we've seen Rashford up front, we've seen him on the left.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Don't be surprised if we see people all over the place. And this is why I'm saying, like, even when Mason comes back, don't be surprised if sometimes he's down the middle, sometimes he's on the right. And same goes for Hojlund as well. Don't be surprised if you see Hojlund on the right.
I don't mind that, as long as Ten Hag gets it right in the right games. Not like when he done Liverpool away, he tries slapping Bruno on the left.
On the left wing, yeah. But that was like,
if Ten Hag has logic to the way he's trying to think, then cool, I'm all for it. But don't just start trying to make everyone happy by saying, "Oh, play you there to give X, Y, Z minutes." Do you know what I'm saying? There's got to be a priority in terms of where we went to be as a club. Are Manchester United meant to be challenging for the title? If we get a Hojlund and we get Amrabat, that's what people are screaming. Like, we could potentially challenge for the title.
So people are crazy if they think.
Yeah, they are crazy.
That's nuts. Look at.
But then again, people said if we got Kane and Amrabat, we do challenge. So obviously that one player, that's the difference between challenging and maybe not flawless. That's what people are saying. Having a
They're
Hojlund
saying
and Havertz game,
They're saying Kane's goals, and I agree. But bro, I'll be real. Yeah, if we get Hojlund and Amrabat, yeah, we should put up a decent challenge anyway. You know, like that. No. I'm saying we should, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we will. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying we should, innit?
Go on,
like Harry Kane's goals, because bro,
did
like,
you say Kane and Amrabat or Hojlund and Amrabat? Which two?
It doesn't matter. Amrabat's the key for me.
Okay,
Amrabat's the key.
So let's talk as in it's Amrabat and Hojlund, 'cause that's more realistic.
If Amrabat and Hojlund, yeah, we still need to make a good account of ourselves. And when I say challenge, yeah, I don't think we could win the league, but we should be getting to March, April, yeah, within 10 points of the top of the table. We should be, bro. If we're well off, bruv, we're underachieving, bro. I'm sorry. It's not good enough.
Was we see
because remember last season at one point, I think we were like 7 points within 7 points of Arsenal, and then we just fell away.
In March, it was in around March or April. I was. So if we're talking challenge, if we're talking keeping up in regards to being in March or April, yes, I can see that happening.
We have to be in the conversation, bro, because we were in the conversation at one point last season, and then it all fell away. We need to be in the conversation going into March, April time. We have to be. I'm sorry, because
it's funny you might say that as well, because I was actually on the show yesterday, and I was saying, if you think about it, what you just said there, when we went into that Crystal Palace game, when we drew in the last minute, we were 7 points or 5 points. I think 5 points off with they had a game in hand, right? But now we've got Onana, which is part of the spine. You've got Mason Mount, as much as people don't like it, it's still part of the spine centrally. Hojlund, part of the spine striker, and Amrabat, part of defensive midfield spine. All of these are central players in terms of when you're looking at the pipe down the middle. Sure. And that is integral when you're trying to go for a Premier League or whatever. So I actually said on the show, the fact that Arsenal have got Declan Rice and they've got Timber and they've got Havertz, who's how many of them are actually coming into the team and starting? Probably only Declan Rice.
Yeah, but ain't gonna start. Like you said, Hojlund and Amrabat is spine. Mount is spine. Onana spine.
Start. So they start for us. So why can't I'm not trying? By the way, I'm not trying to gas us up, United fans. In the
no. You're speaking facts.
I'm being realistic in terms of if we've improved the spine. Basically, we was only 5 points off of the game in hand in February. Why shouldn't we be able to bridge the gap with Arsenal, who are potentially the ones meant to be challenging City? You get the logic? And
I get the logic in regards to that.
I'm not saying that we will flawless, but I don't think we will.
Because, I see the argument for it in terms of February, March. Like, that makes sense because we have a better team on paper, therefore we should step forward. But we don't know how good. Are City going to be better than what they was? Because they went at it at that point. So the bar could get raised, even though Arsenal did have a terrific start to the season or terrific 2/3 type of thing. My problem is, and I keep saying it with the team, even if you add a Amrabat, you add a Hojlund, where's the creativity and the goals coming from to sustain this? We don't. That's the big issue. We are asking for our attackers all to get personal best pretty much.
Who do you label as our creative players?
That's the problem. Who is our creative players?
Would you not say Sancho if he can create? You don't think Anthony can
create?
Sancho
will create.
So we're asking Anthony and Sancho both to create much more than they did last season.
Sancho, Bruno.
Who else? We're asking Bruno to have a personal best.
Anthony, hey, bruv.
This is my point. Is look at the players we're asking to improve. We're asking our attacking players to improve on both fronts and have personal best in both of those areas. We're asking Bruno, Mount, who else did you say?
Anthony and
Sancho all to have much better seasons than they had last season. We're asking 4 players not only to create.
Do you not think they can
score a lot more? Personally, no.
This is where
Bruno Mount
now. We have to understand, what we have done as a team in it and where we have changed. Because if you understand the manager's philosophy and how he wants us to play, understand the majority of the chances that we create is going to be from pressuring the other team into making mistakes, just like how Sancho got his goal. Do you understand? If you watch Liverpool, how many times you see Liverpool play through teams? They don't really. Do you know what I mean? They bypass the midfield a lot. They win the ball higher up. I think Liverpool had the best stats in the league for winning the ball in the opposition's defensive third. I think they were highest in the league. And a lot of their goals come from that. Winning the ball, catching teams in transition, and then you force them into a mistake. Salah one-on-one either squares it to someone or he scores. When you look at Salah's assists, even most of them, him squaring the ball across the goal. Facts. Do you know what I mean? The same with Nunes and all these guys. This is how you create chances now. It's not the intricate passing through the lines and how it used to be. Obviously, Trent every now and again can play an absolute worldie of a pass. But, bro, Liverpool are going straight from the goalkeeper into their wide men. Like, come on, bro. Like, So just
And
because
you
we
can
haven't
already
got,
tell with us, that's why we
Yeah.
signed Onana, because we want to press higher up the pitch so then Martinez around. Casemiro does not have to slot in like a little centre back. He can get high up the pitch. And then look, if we win the ball, we're already in the other team's half. And then that's when you got Sancho. And the thing is as well, what the people don't understand, when you play football, right, and you have rants as well, when you're in a team, right, and you have a game plan of like, okay, you want to play out from the back, or like you get to halfway line, you go from here. If the team turn over the ball when you don't expect it, you're not then in shape. So players like Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, with their movement, despite them annoying us at times, that's when they can execute. So if we do get the ball high up the pitch this season, and Mount and Bruno are there quickly feeding him, we've got Rashford and running, teams will not be set. It's not about us being amazing and having to build up the ball. It's just about us playing the right pass at the right time, because defenses are looking everywhere. They're panicked. So if it works and we do get a system where we can press higher up, Casemiro can get higher up the pitch, we start winning the ball higher up the pitch like Liverpool did, like you said, with the Fabinho and the Wijnaldum times, even when Wijnaldum was there with his energy, we will get a lot of chances and we'll score.
But that's what Mount's meant to be. Mount's meant to be our Wijnaldum, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. And in regards to that, like you said, obviously pressing higher up the pitch is going to force the and being high pressing
and having a keeper that we know that is actually going to come off his line.
It's going to force the opposition into making more mistakes, which can help us create more chances and score more goals, which can happen. But like someone said, like that last comment said as well, even in the Liverpool system, because we'll use them as the example, they still had creative outlets there. They still had Trent. They still had Robertson. They still had Firmino.
But even Robertson, when you look at Robertson's creative outlet, he's just spamming crosses.
He's just spamming crosses, but he still is. But we don't even have that from our left back, whoever you want to say is. And they had Firmino, and then on top of that, they also had world-class ballers around him, like Salah, Mane at that time, Fabinho, not the Fabinho now, like that Fabinho.
Yeah, but these men were, but respectfully, a lot of these men were fringe world-class players. You know them as they came into their own in that.
I would take somebody's arm off now for some fringe world-class players.
Yeah, but bro, the point is, the system made the players and not the other way around. And that's the point.
The system definitely helped them, but the players also had that individual quality to add to that. We see, look at Salah's output there was ridiculous. I would love for Anthony
listen,
to get
his output,
that'd be crazy.
Same with Mane.
It would be amazing, but the difference
as good as Firmino was. Go on.
But that's it though, because like when you say about Salah and his output, when you look at it, like he's very much a striker, innit? Like he's goal orientated. Anthony's not.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Anthony's not goal orientated at all. Salah's not interested in facing you up and going past you 1v1, bro. He wants to cut into the box, get in there.
Salah is our Rashford.
That's it. Thank you. That's it. That's exactly what it is. So that's what Salah is, innit? Rashford, Salah on the other side. We've already got that pattern. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't have Armani who can do a bit of both. Do you know what I mean?
Or they're Luis Diaz. We literally need that. You can drive it, man.
And also on top of that, and Rashford to even
but, but then you need
him to step
but
up.
Say you have a left-footed Hojlund on the right, or you have Mason on the right, blood. Then you've got goals on that side. Do you understand? Like Liverpool
don't you
really
think,
had
man,
goals in the
that's
middle.
just two sharpshooters on either wing.
Nah, because Mason's a bit of both. Like Mason's a shooter, but also like he's technical. He can link as well. Like Mason's not one-dimensional. Do you understand? Like we all know he's coming back now, so we ain't got to shy away from it. You know, like that. Like he's gonna come back eventually, and when he comes back, he's gonna score goals, bruv, in this team because we are going to create more, bruv. And in front of goal, the guy is fucking ruthless, blood.
Yeah, he's ruthless.
You know,
like
what?
That's my concern. That's my concern before he gets to the super chat. In regard to is creating more, is the players I'm looking at? Like I said, like initially at the start, we're asking everybody to put up personal bests in terms of season, in terms of performance and GNA. From literally our entire attack bar Rashford, and we want Rashford to go match what he did. I think did he not get 30 goals this last season? So we're asking him to do that again or improve.
Yeah, but he done that in a purple patch. Imagine if Rashford consistently plays well, he can score way more than that.
He's the only one I have no issues with, Rant. It's the rest, Rants. I have no issue with Rashford replicating
the goals from the rest of the players will get made up from the team playing better as a whole. Not individual performances.
Yeah. And this we only scored. You know, when you think about it, we actually only scored 58, man. Them last year, 58 goals. Like we can easily improve on that. And if you think we got 74 points or something, if you think about Onana, Mount, Hojlund, and Amrabat potentially, that should give us an extra 10 points, you're saying potentially? Because look at the silly games we drew away from home. I'm not saying that's going to win you the league or get us top 3, because just because we might get an extra 10 points, it doesn't mean that the quality of the Premier League is going to maintain that. We might actually only get the same amount of points, but the league's more competitive because other teams are improving as well. But it should mathematically, you should think about it, it should improve us. The only thing I was going to say to you is that with this new way, we're talking about the pressing, right? And Sancho in the false nine. We've got Real Madrid tonight, and we are going to go strong. We're going to play this team that we've been playing all the other games. The only difference is Onana might actually start. So tonight, we actually might get a first glimpse of this higher press, this higher line, having a sweeper keeper. And that kind of excites me because if it goes well, we know it's only going to get better. This is his first time playing with a Varane. He knows Martinez, which I love, which is good because he can settle in. But this might be a first time tonight. We're seeing Onana and this high press and this highlight.
But that's it, bro. And this is what it is. All of it starts from the goalkeeper. Like even when you watch, if you watch,
do you think he plays tonight?
Yeah, I think so. And if you watch Onana's interview as well, which I did only yesterday or something, I was late, bruv. But he was even saying, he was talking about, because they were talking to him about the clean sheets and stuff like that. And he said, listen, first line of defense is my strikers, like that. And that's it. And he's the first line of attack. So when he's getting these clean sheets, it's a team effort. Like, this is what the manager's putting in place now. It's a team effort. Our goalkeeper, who was one of the worst keepers in the league, got the Golden Glove last season, bro. Testament to the shape that the manager's building. Like, yet to concede a goal. I didn't watch the Wrexham game, but I don't count that game anyway.
Yeah,
what was the final score?
3-1 Youngers.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't count that game as a preseason. That was a reserve game. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't watch the game. We haven't conceded a goal with our first team this preseason, and that's leading on from what we did last season. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we were up there with clean sheets. I think we got the most. So defensively sound, and that comes from the shape. Do you understand? And then when you implement the energy, Amrabat is going to give us mad, the pressing ability and the physicality. He is, bro, he's so important. Everyone was talking about De Jong. He's going to be what De Jong would have been to what we were trying to do in terms of the balance he'll give with Casemiro, because he's a 6/8. He can play without Cas, or he can play ahead of Cas, and he can carry the ball as well, and he mashes people up, bro.
Oh, he's a clampers
like that? He's a clampers, bro.
Okay,
he'll pick up the ball.
You know what? He's a volume passer as well. Fiorentina, top 3 rated possession teams in Italy. People think, when you play for Italy and whatnot, playing Italy, you're not a volume passer. He actually, he passes the ball a lot, and we need that next to Casemiro, because he's not really a passer. He's a destroyer who gives the ball to the next man.
And can get forward and score also, Casemiro. Like that. So there's times where Cas can break forward and Amrabat can sit.
Yeah, and just sit. Yeah.
I do like
that,
the idea of that away from home. For me, like that, those two players.
He, for me, is what brings the balance in the bigger games. Because I think that we've struggled in the bigger games.
Bang on.
Because the midfield,
Casemiro and Amrabat, just to keep it solid, get through these 30 minutes when we're at Etihad, when we're at Anfield, and someone that's going to be giving that fight. Because one thing I feel like with Man United as well, and I think we might have said it on our first red tour together. When we saw Dalot, when we were going for that good spell last year, do you remember Dalot and Varane?
Dalot was losing,
away. Yeah, bro. And they kicked the ball out for a corner, but then man, fist pumping, jumping up in there, doing the chest thing, and that Varane gets injured. There's none of that. Martinez gets injured. There's none of that. Everyone's just moving soft. But if you get Amrabat in there with Martinez, Varane, and then man just tackling the ball out for a throw away,
you got that dog in him, basically, is what you're saying.
Bro, yes. And you know what that does, Flawless? That stands out to a manager, because if I free on the coach, say on the touchline, and we've got Amrabat doing that for us, and then you're watching, I'm just gonna throw Sancho or Rashford out there, and then man are ducking from challenges, and then man we're gonna be like, wait, Amrabat's doing this, but you man are not even feeding off the energy and doing that. So it raises the levels of everyone's fight and tenacity in the team. And like Rant said, you need that in them big away games. If we have Amrabat and Casemiro in there who are hunting like dogs, and Martinez Varane behind them, the rest of the team have to follow. It's called setting the example. We don't have enough man setting the example right now.
100%. And Amrabat looks like the kind of brother, who's just got a good hairline and he's bald, for banter, bro.
Bro, we just do this thing when we need to. You get me,
bro? Amrabat, probably got the crispiest hairline and he's just bald on a mad one. You know them ones. That's what it is. Man just shaved off his hair for a dare and that, and just kept it like that. He's a mad youth, bro. He plays with mad intensity and aggression all the time, bro. Do you know what I mean? And these players don't really exist in the modern game. They don't exist. He plays like he's angry all the time. You know that, and we need that, bro. Because when you got him and you got Casemiro in these big games, it's all well being able to play ball, but bro, the Man United we grew up on, they weren't the best ball playing team.
You have to have spoilers in there. You have to have spoilers.
We knew how to win. It doesn't matter. You win ugly, you win pretty, 100. You win whatever. Win. You get me?
We were on clampers, bro. We were on clampers. When it came down, we used to go Highbury, clamps.
Yeah,
You know, like that. Clamps.
Yeah.
That was it. We knew it was clamps, bro. We knew that we couldn't play ball with them, but we didn't need to. We stopped them from playing. Similar to what we done in the friendly. We stopped them man from playing because we pressured them. You understand? And that's what we're going to do to teams this season, innit? And that's why I think the chances are going to come from. People can say, oh, yeah, our mistake. But, bro, Liverpool are the masters of that, bro. Every time you play Liverpool, you're making mistakes because them man are relentless, bro.
Yeah, they capitalize on it. They do. I just don't have as much faith in our attacking players. That's what this is. Like, take Rashford out of it. I look at these.
It's the whole team, though. It's the whole team, bro. Like, don't take sweaty goals, pass it across.
Nah, it is with sweaty goals, but you're going to just need more. Like I said, we're going to need more. A lot of these, man, like I said, one player scored over double figures last season. So we're going to need much more than that. We're going to need these man to, and I just don't have faith in these man.
But do you know what? Playing devil's advocate to it, flawless. The season Sancho and Anthony had obviously was quite poor. Garnacho was injured and coming into it in and out. Do you know what I mean? So he didn't, and Bruno was just Bruno. But I feel like as much as I agree with you in terms of you don't have faith in them, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, they're at Manchester United. You're playing under Eric Ten Hag, who's going to have more of his footballers now with Onana and Mount and whatever he wants to do joining. So he can now play this 3-1-6. In my head, I'm like, the talent is there. These players are not crap, of course. It's just unlocking them. Surely they can't have as bad a season as they did last year. So if anything, we should see progress. Do you get me?
We should, but I don't put it past. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. I don't put it past these men. I don't, because this how many conversations.
But then who does that fall on then? Does that fall on Ten Hag or does that fall on the players?
It falls on Ten Hag because this is now more of his team and his mind, and it also falls on the player as well. How much you want to portion blame to whoever is a whole different conversation. But how many take Anthony out of it? How many times have we had conversations about these attackers' improvement? Where's Bruno's improvement been?
I think we've just got to take Bruno with Bruno. Bruno is Bruno. We know what he's going to do.
See, that's it. Mount. This is what I'm saying. There's no faith. Mount.
Honestly, I think we're seeing the best Bruno now. We're seeing the best Bruno now. Like Bruno was the Bruno that came into Man United was a false image because he was playing shit, but he was getting stats. You know the ones there, and even though that dried up,
calmed down a little bit now. I feel like there's composure to his game at the moment a bit more.
Yeah,
that's it. Bruno is more of a team player now than he's ever been. Yeah. He's never going to be a top player. That's fine. But the manager doesn't need him to be that. The manager needs him to be the guy that runs around, that's playing volume passes, and that keeps the intensity for the team. And he stays fit. That's what the manager needs him for. That's why the manager brought in Mount as well. It's going to be an intensity thing. Amrabat will be an intensity thing, but also Amrabat's better on the ball than both of them. Do you understand? And Cass has a certain level of intensity as well.
That's it right there.
Game. Do you know what I mean? When you look, he was playing Hannibal intensity. The manager's not hiding what he's trying to do now.
No, he's
fucking like it's
and I have
there,
no issue
really.
with it. Yeah, I have no issue with the style with like he's trying to play because you mentioned it there with Amrabat. Amrabat gives you the intensity off the ball, but is also good on the ball. That's what it is. Like if
there's not many players in world football like that.
There isn't
as good off the ball as on the ball.
Well, that's what it is. But it's about just even getting to a competent level with one or the other. If you want someone who's high intensity off the ball, I get that. But like I said, it's just these. I'm looking at these attackers. I'm like, I don't see you, man, improving to that to get goals. And
I'll be worried if we're sat here in 10 months' time and these attackers aren't improved. I'll be real with you, flawless. I'm expecting them. And I'm also,
how many goals did we score last season?
They should improve. They should.
How many goals did we score last season?
58 in total.
Was it 58?
All right, cool. So cool. I'll put my neck on the line then. 58. I'm saying we score at
75.
least. I'll say 80.
Is this Prem?
You know what? I tell you what will make it easier. Yeah, Prem. Let me look what the rivals and that done around us.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I need man because even Tyler you mentioned it there. Even man improving before we get to that. It's like,
I say 70. I say 75.
Okay, yeah, here we go. This is a good. This is good. This is actually a great way of looking at it. Right, I'll go for it. Cool. Man City 94. These are goals scored, by the way. Man City 94. Arsenal 88. United 58. Newcastle
80. I'm sticking on 80. Yeah. I want 80 goals.
Go on.
There we go.
Newcastle 68. Liverpool 75. Brighton 72 and Tottenham 70, and that's up to 8.
We talk about Liverpool, having
we
the
come
best
third
in the Premier League, and they've got 75. So
they scored. Liverpool scored 17 more than us, and we still finished above them.
Well, there you go, because our defensive record's brazy, and that's why when we start scoring goals, we should be in the conversation. This is what I'm saying. Liverpool outscored us by that much and still finished behind us. Our defense. And our structure is very good, bro. That's testament to the manager.
Yeah. Facts.
I think we can get 80.
We scored the second least in the top 10. Only Fulham, who finished 10th got 55, and then
There you
Villa got
go.
51,
80
and Villa got
goals,
51.
Man United, bro.
So
80.
80 goals I'd be portioned out. So let's say Rashford gets 20. So let's say it's 60 in between the rest. How we breaking that? So what would the numbers have to be from the
Hey,
rest?
Flawless, I'll be
Yeah,
real,
bro.
yeah. Like, it doesn't matter who scores the goals. You know,
No,
like, bro, like, bro, if Mason Mount gives me 8,
That's
But
what
I
I'm
think
asking.
Flawless is trying
Bruno
to say
gives
to
me
you,
8.
where do we make up
No,
the
that's
22?
what I'm
Flawless
asking is
saying.
where. Yeah, the point I'm making is
Hoyland,
It's not gonna
Hoyland,
be. It's
Hoyland,
not gonna be
no,
hard. But
10.
Hoyland's gonna score. Remember,
10,
Sancho
yeah.
was away on a mental health break and came. But he only played like 3 months. Do you know
No,
what I'm
the
saying?
Anthony's
Anthony
gotta
as
score
well.
more.
Anthony's
No,
got to score
the
more
point
as
I'm
well.
making is I'm not saying who. I'm
20
saying
goals
I'm
ain't a lot of
asking.
goals.
No, I'm asking who. Where would they have to be? I'm not saying who.
Okay,
I'm saying
so
how
I'm gonna
would it be
go.
broken down?
Okay, now I
like,
hear
in
that.
terms
I'm
of
gonna
this.
Flawless.
Mason
I'll go Hoyland. Hoyland.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 20 goals being made up. Hoyland has to score 10 for me in the Premier League if he comes
So
in.
Hoyland 10. So that's
Minimum
30.
10, bro.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
I
So
think-
that's 30.
I think
Okay.
Sancho and Anthony combined can definitely at least get 7 more between them easily. That's 4 and 3. 4 for Anthony, or 3 for Anthony, 4 for Sancho extra. I think Bruno Mount.
So what's the total? Wait. So what's the? But before we continue, so what would be the total numbers for Sancho and Anthony?
They need to get 20
Who's got
combined. They need to get
So
20
10.
goals
So
combined.
10. So we're looking for 20 from Rashford. This is just hypothetical in it to try and break this down. 20
Okay,
from
do it.
Rashford. We're looking 10 from Hoyland, 10 from Sancho.
Nah,
10
Hoyland
from
needs to
Anthony.
get more than 10.
I think Hoyland can
than
get
12 to
15. I think
Okay,
Hoyland
so
can get
15.
15.
Okay. So 20 from
15 for
Rashford.
Hoyland.
So
20 for
20 from Rashford, 15 for Hoyland is that's
35.
that's 35. We're asking for 10 from Sancho, which is 45. 10 from Anthony, which is 55.
How many Bruno gonna get already?
Anthony and Sancho need to get 20 combined.
Yeah, that's why I said 10 each
That's
for
fine.
them.
Yeah.
All right, Bruno was saying 10 as well.
needs to get.
Bruno's gonna
needs
get
to man
12.
six-
Bruno's gonna
six
get at
to
least 12.
I don't think so. And
We
if
saying
he's not,
10?
no, Rashford will be on penalties this season, I think.
So we're saying
Okay.
Bruno 10, so that's 65.
I
You know what I'm saying? If you add
I
Bruno's
wouldn't
10.
even say 10, bro. In the Premier League, Bruno,
Yeah.
midfielders aren't, bruv, 8 goals.
Yeah, they
man.
don't.
Give me
So
8
you're
goals.
saying 8. Okay, so that's 63.
Bruno,
Massive
give me
point.
8.
Go on.
Mason Mount, give me 8.
That's
You know what I mean? That's already
70
16 between them two.
71.
That's 71.
And
There
then
you
you know
go.
what? We're gonna get a
And
couple
then
of them
Casemiro's
Varane or
gonna get you.
Casemiro's.
Casemiro's gonna get you
Casemiro's a
8.
couple. Yeah,
Yeah, but you-
Casemiro
You know what I'm
always
saying?
get a couple
I
headers.
just
Bruv,
okay, so that'd be like
bruv, I
75.
think Cass scored nearly 10 goals
Yeah,
last
yeah,
season.
yeah.
didn't he?
Nah,
Yeah.
in the Premier League, he got 4 or 5. I
Cassie
think.
probably scores 5 this
He
year.
got 4 or 5.
Yeah,
in the
bro.
Prem.
Cass can get you a 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last
Do
season,
you know
Fred
what?
was
Do you know what?
actually
Put it this
scoring,
way,
he's not
right?
gonna be here.
I'm gonna put my neck on the line. If I'm seeing a Tottenham team hit 70 last year under that football, we can hit 75.
75, 80 goals next season we're getting, bro. And also our defensive record does not.
Yeah, the
Oh,
defensive
Garnacho
record-
as well.
defensive
Someone even
record.
put in the comments.
Yeah,
Garnacho
Garnacho can get you 8 as well. He can.
So that's about it. All right, okay. And that's why I wanted to break it down because we're asking for
Bro,
a lot of
and
these
if-
players to
and
improve.
bro,
Okay, now
improve
you hear
mentally.
it like that. Do you agree with that, though, Flawless? Do you agree with that?
I don't have faith in them players getting them numbers. No, Rashford, yes. Garnacho, yes.
but man are going on
Casemiro,
like
yes.
Casemiro
Okay.
and scoring overhead
Yeah,
kicks. Man.
no,
They
no,
man
no.
need to relax.
They're the free. Rashford, yes.
Bro,
Don't
Casemiro
doubt
headers
Rashford
in the
getting
big
his
games,
goals.
bro.
Hoyland, I'll even give you as well, yes, because I like his profile. Garnacho, yes. Casemiro, yes. It's the others. Your Mounts.
So
your
what are you
Brunos,
saying then? If we got
your
58
Antonys,
last year,
your
what are you
Sanchos.
saying that we get?
I'm not sure. I'll actually have to sit down and actually go through it properly
That's
because
what
I
I mean.
actually was going through the numbers.
Man saying, wait, hey, bruv, MG, you know, man saying MG gonna get 10.
This is what I'm saying.
But boy, listen, bruv, that's what I mean. My G's calling man Lord Voldemort, blood. Watch when he comes back, bro. Watch when he
We've got
comes
to clear
back, bro.
75. We've got to clear 75. Yeah.
Man,
Yo, you
Greenwood
say that?
coming
All
back
right, this is
to
a
mash
great
work,
Hey,
blood.
hey, shout
That
out
is
Dave.
good because we could look back at it. I like
Shout
it.
out Dave. You gonna
Yeah,
clip this up?
yeah,
so make sure you
100%
follow me
this
at
is getting
Sarcasm
clipped.
City TV.
But
You
bro,
know what I'm
I'm gonna be real. Like even in preseason, yeah, there was a chance. What was it? It was the first game. It was when Anthony was playing on the left. I think one dropped to Ahmad, one dropped to Anthony. Yeah, in the first game of preseason, bro. If that drops to MG, blood, we're celebrating. You know them, man.
If Greenwood
Yeah.
comes back, he'll score goals.
Brother, I'm telling you, like we're getting 75 to 80 goals next season because we're going to instill the fear of God into certain teams, blood. The way we're pressing, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy because remember, we're not playing Arsenal every week. We're not playing Man City every week.
True,
we're not playing these teams every week, bro. Like the way we're pressing right now, yeah. Your run-of-the-mill teams are not going to be able to play out of that kind of sustained pressure. Sustained pressure is what we're building our foundation on. Fitness and sustained pressure. And that's why I said, like, for Tony, it's almost like the way we're playing now, like if he can't physically keep up with the demands, he's going to fall down the pecking order because we can only use him for 20 minutes or 15 minutes in that
Or
position.
it could work that we're winning the ball so far high up the pitch, he's just being used in them areas, so he's not having to do the running around thing because we weren't able to play that football. If he's just staying central and these men around him are like a pack of wolves and they get the ball and say, right, Tony,
100%
into him, then it could work.
Yeah, 100%. But he's still got to initiate. He's still got to initiate.
Yeah, he's got to stay fit. Put it that way. He's got to stay fit.
And he hasn't shown us in like 6-7 years that he can do that. So I think that he's gonna have a role off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench,
100%. Coming in and doing things. Do you know what I'm
saying?
The thing
is as well. The thing is for me, which I'm looking forward to, and I hope is that this Man United team win games, right? But when have I ever sat, apart from maybe 3 times last season, watch the game where Asman are like, yeah, we're 3-0 up in 60 minutes. I'm chilling. Bro, every time we win games, we have to wait for the final whistle. I'm waiting for the whistle to go because it's 2-1 or
we need to win games in the first.
Now need to if we could start dispatching teams, playing at home against these Fulhams and saying, right, we're 3-0 up in 60 minutes. That can add to the goals because we don't beat teams by 2 or 3. We need to now start getting to the point in this season where teams come to us at home. We're not just winning 1-0 or 2-1. I want to be winning 4-0s. I want to be winning 4-1s, how we see Arsenal every week dispatch these lower teams. That's what I want. I want these teams to go out now and be confident. I want these young players to go out there and show that they want to score goals. Now they're just getting the first goal and then we basically don't ever kill games. Look at Ten Hag last year. He said we always start well, then we never kill games. Then teams just get a goal and then all of a sudden we can't compose ourselves. We need to go out and be killers. And that's what I want to see from us this season. Let's see if we can.
That's been the story of Manchester United. But also, guys, think about it. How many times have we said, yo, look how the intensity's just dropped in the second half.
Yes,
exactly. Last season, we always started well. Look at the Liverpool game, bro. First half, we were all over them. Then we got smoked 7-0.
Yeah.
Manchester United's intensity kept dropping. Second half intensity was dying, and then we were hanging on, bro. Even the Tottenham game, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? We absolutely mashed them man up. And then we were hanging on at the end, bro. This is what we do, innit? So we need to be able to keep this intensity over the duration of the game. So that means the manager's gonna use the squad. Do you know what I mean? And it also means that we're going to be relentless. So because of that, just sustaining the pressure for 2 halves instead of 1 increases the chances. It increases all of these things. Naturally, we're going to create more chances. And also, we missed a lot of big chances last season as well. We missed a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? We missed a lot. So, like, the beauty of what we've done, is that if you actually dissect the important stats, there's a lot of room for improvement, but also there's been a lot of improvement. Do you know what I mean? But the improvement's not superficial. When you look at the amount of goals, everyone's laughing, saying, "Oh, look at your goal difference, bro. Look how many goals we didn't concede, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Look how many clean sheets we had. These are the positives. Everyone's saying, "Oh, yeah, but look at your goal difference." Who cares, bruv? Liverpool scored that many more goals than us, and them man are still playing on Thursdays. Do you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. Like, this is it. Defense wins championships.
Nah, it does, and that's why I don't have any issue with the defensive unit, and I like the fact he's also tried to improve that as well with Onana, Amrabat potentially, etc. Adding more intensity, more pressing.
It's just the other end, isn't it?
Fine, I have no issue with. My whole issue is that final third. That's how I'm looking at it. Because if we could pattern that and we could guarantee more goals,
we've got a real team.
100% we in the running. My problem is going from what we did when we did the numbers, going from 1 player having double figures to 5 or 6. That's the big jump that I'm looking at. Like, and yes, we missed big chances, as did other top teams as well. I don't know if we're top of the list. City would have, Spurs would have, Liverpool, etc., etc. Only top team we probably didn't was Chelsea. That's my mate. Of course, we could still improve. Hojlund improves that, but this is why I've been saying it has to be Hojlund, and there still needs to be another player to come in that, whether it's another creative midfielder, ideally another striker. Because to me,
I personally think it's I think it's what I think Marshall says, and I think it's what he said earlier. I think it's MG.
Yeah, it is 100%.
He obviously, I've expressed my thoughts on that, but like as a player and a talent, he scores goals. Don't doubt that. I'm with you, Flores. I don't want to talk about XYZ because we all have, but in a footballer.
Listen, we're football fans.
Let's be real. The footballer Mason does what we're looking for, basically.
Yeah, he does everything we're looking for, bro. And he's the personification of what this manager's trying to build, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's ruthless, blood. You know, like that, like, bro. Like, no, listen, no flinch, bang. bottom corner. Like that's what man's on. That's what the manager's on. He
I
wants
need
to be
them.
ruthless in
I love
transition.
it. I need them Lucas Podolski finishes, man.
Yeah, bro, he's a hitter. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like man said, the whole reason Newcastle were in top 4 last season was because of their defense.
Yeah,
It wasn't because of their expansive football. Their football was horrendous to watch. Do you see what I'm saying?
Their attack, because they're in the same boat as us is in regards to their attack. You know, like their attack.
Exactly.
Like if you give them Rashford, they're us. Like that's what it was. Their attackers didn't score enough goals, and they'll try and improve in that area. But that's how I'm looking at it. Like, go get Hojlund, and we need more in that area. Hojlund's definitely a great start. Like I said, I like the profile, but there has to be more.
And that's why, no matter who, bro, that's why I'm saying to you, Sofian Amrabat is the key, blood. Everyone's
like
focusing on, people are focusing on strikers to get goals, blood. Strikers don't get goals, systems get goals. Because you put, bro, look at Scamacca at West Ham, bro. You put him in there. Look at Sebastian Haller at West Ham. You put them man there. Them man are bleeding, fam.
Yeah, you did.
Them man are bleeding, fam. Because look at the system they're playing in, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all well and good putting down goals down to the striker, and it is. But as a striker, you're only as good as your supply line, bro. You're only as good as the system that you're in.
You said it there. It is a mix of both, because as good as the system is, you still need the players who fight. You mentioned the intensity. The players.
But I'd rather have the system with worse players than good players. And
of course, I want it. Yeah, of course, you want the system, and Ten Hag will put that in place. And I like Hojlund because I think he fits what we're trying to do.
And this is why I like it as well, because like we said earlier, we kept clean sheets, which is a positive. We didn't really score goals, which is a negative. But me and Rance were just saying about it earlier. Obviously, I said that my frustration was we started games or would go 1-0 but never kill games off, and then in the second half our intensity would drop. But look at the profiles he signed. He's trying to sign a Hojlund who's young, energetic, can do sort of that up and down intensity. Mason Mount, we know that we'll probably put that as his number one trait. Energy up and down the pitch. Onana, again, the ability to come off his line, be energetic, be proactive with the ball. So that's intensity in a different way. People might
Onana pushes the defensive line, 30 yards up the pitch.
Him spamming balls, him not even spamming, him threading them balls through the lines and getting us in attacking positions is intensity. We're getting to the other end of the pitch quicker. So when you look at the players we're signing and profiling, Erik ten Hag has seen that, okay, we've done well for 45 minutes, but I want to do this for 70, 80, 90 minutes. And the players he's signing are hopefully transitioning us more towards that direction. So when you think about it, everything that's like happening this summer is kind of aligning. Like someone said there, Christian Eriksen, a very good squad player, but he wasn't coming off the bench that many games last year. He would now be on the bench because he couldn't do the intensity. He was always the man getting subbed off for Fred in 55 minutes. So now we're starting to see the little changes that we're happening at the club, and I'm all for it. I feel like Ten Hag seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah, I'm all for that in regard. That's why I've never said I have no issue with the style he's trying to do. I'll always look at the personnel. The style-wise is cool. If you want to go
have a style, but then back it up with the personnel you're getting. Yeah,
because everybody's a runner he's buying. That's cool. So you have a clear plan. I think he's changed that, and I have no issue with him being versatile with that. Like I said, it's just more so some of the personnel defensively fine. Again, no issues, and I think we've improved defensively. Obviously, our away form overall, like people mentioned, I think we had the 5th best away record in the Premier League last season. That has to get better. We need to score more away, in particular.
Yeah, our away
form wasn't good, because at home we had the second best.
But guess who improves our away form? Amrabat, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's the midfield, bro.
So Amrabat to me, I'm with you with Amrabat.
It's the midfield, bro.
Because I think Ten Hag was too offensive in those big games where you need to.
Because we had to be. Because we couldn't match the other teams in stylistically. We couldn't match other teams.
You know what's the crazy part is he did it at home, like the game we mentioned earlier when we played City.
Yeah, we played Man City at home.
He played Bruno wide right, and then he played Fred, Eriksen.
Yeah, and Eriksen and Casemiro. Yeah,
we limited Manchester City. The only shot they had on target was the goal. That was it for all the possession.
And you know, we've seen Man City do it. Man City have been so successful, but when you think about it, the big away games, they used to put Bernardo out and put Gundogan in. Exactly.
I flip it on the City because they won the league. People didn't mention it. Their away record against the top 9 was terrible too. I think they won 1-2 games away from home against the top 9. I think one was Arsenal, one was someone else like us, but obviously because they won the league, people ain't gonna mention that. But their away record, that's why I think they beat
Chelsea 1-0, and Chelsea still nearly papped them that game in that first.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, when Kepa should have grabbed the ball. Yeah, I think it was Chelsea and Arsenal, and they always pack Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what it is. But like we need to definitely improve in that area. But I feel like I just have my reservations.
What do you think of this Flawless as well? Yeah, because I was even saying with Daps and that yesterday. You know when people like say, "Oh, the start doesn't matter." I've always been this guy that no, the start does matter. Don't be saying that we win with 1 in 5 games and we're already 8 points off top 4. It don't matter. There's still 30 games to go. For me, the start is where you can bank the points early, and then while you're still fighting your rhythm, they're already in the bank. It's not like you're chasing.
It depends on who. It depends on who you have it at the beginning. To be fair, because the reason why I say the start don't matter is Arsenal been having easy starts and then they have hard finishes, and next season they've got a difficult end as well. Their last 10 games is difficult. Their first 10 games is easy, innit? And the thing is, yeah, it's like it's a marathon, not a sprint. And in a marathon, it doesn't matter how you start. It matters when you get your second win and what your average speed is.
The only thing for where we are, Rance, we can't afford to just start slowly. I want to start quick and get them points in the bank.
Oh, bro, listen, the preference is always to start well, always. However, at the end of the day, yeah, it's what you do. Like, it's all about momentum, innit? It's about key shifts. There's key points in the season where you have to do certain things. It's like, remember, I think Man United, we had a game where if we won, we would have gone, I think we would have gone level with Arsenal, right?
On points. Was it Palace? I think was it Palace?
Like the Palace game,
around the Palace
like
game?
2 points behind them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or we would have gone above them, and then we draw a loss. We drew.
We beat Palace, and then we had Arsenal 3 days later, innit? And it was
right.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Exactly. Like and we didn't take advantage. And this is what it is. It's all about momentum shifters. Yeah, like in the league race, the title race. And the thing is, it's what you do when the pressure's on, and you have to do certain things, innit? And like for instance, Arsenal, yeah, when they lost to City in the league, mentally it deflated them, bro. Because then, I mean, in the cup, because then they went and got smashed in the league as well at home, and then they had no chance going away to City after they lost at home. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's certain things.
It was the home game in league. I think it was the league game at home that really was the because they constantly do that to them, and it's like we're facing each other. Like even if they would have got a draw, then you can continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even someone said it there. Jesus done an interview today and said mentally, he sees the interview today. Jesus is
he said they got nervous or something.
Yeah, we got nervous.
Wait, how are we not starting the show? How are we not? Wait, what did Jesus say?
Yeah, you man, put the quote in because Flawless is about to get the Dutch put out. You man.
You man. Chatting to the girl in the club, and then he got shy, started shaking his drink and that.
Hey, listen, you man, we need 800 likes, man. You man need to get it up, bruv. Get them likes up. Smash the likes up.
Jesus is about title charge.
Yo, what did Jesus
about
say?
To cook, bro. You know what I mean? Get them likes up, people.
What did he say?
We're only on 600. We need 200 more likes, people, bro.
Arsenal got nervous at the business end of the season. He said that.
Jesus has made that.
He did, bro. And Jesus always looks like he's sitting in a jail cell, blood, under duress, blood. You know the ones when he does these interviews, he always looks stressed, bro. Always frowning.
He's an emotional guy, you know.
Yeah.
This is it. This is a very telling sign. So when people talk all this crap about leadership and what Arteta's done, and how are you getting nervous and you're in the position of power? You was leading the way.
But bro, him and Zinchenko, bro, they're huddle merchant, and that shows you why are you allowing your team to get nervous when you got all their man there.
That's it. Wait, run that quote up there from Mason 713 comment Rams. That's the full thing. Yeah. 713 Mason. Some guy called Mason put it in. There you go. Yeah, he goes. Yeah, put that one. There you go, Flawless. He was a little bit nervous as a team, and Man City was not nervous because normally they win. That made the difference.
Oh, these man were defeated. These man were defeated. This is why the entire time, even when they was on top of the league, I was saying, even
they didn't believe it. I don't think they believed it.
There was a point where they was favourites. I was never like they will win the league. There's no clip. Even when everyone's like, "Oh, I still gonna win the league. I still gonna win the league."
You saw me. I was staunch with it. I was just like, bruv,
we'll see. We'll wait for it, man. And they say this. This is a telltale sign because now we know there's weakness. So let's go. Let's say they have the same season as they had last season, and they're in the same position. You don't think that's in the back of the minds? You don't think Manchester City or whoever is chasing them down? Let's put pressure on these men and they'll crumble. And bear in mind, you've added Declan Rice, who hasn't been in that situation. Timber's new. Havertz is absolutely awful.
But this is it. Xhaka is a big loss because he's actually one of the only guys that mentally, he's got that dog in him, that like. He could galvanize, innit? When I look at this team right now, it's a bunch of just nice geezers. The manager with the dog and all this shit, bro.
Nice.
Like, these men are not serious, bro. Like, I'll be real, they're not serious. They're not a threat, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not a threat. I honestly think, that Liverpool are the ones, like. If they get their shit together, they're the real guys.
Get the centre back.
They're the guys that could push City all the way this season, bro. I think they're ahead of us in terms of. They've already got their attack pattern, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? But their defense looks a bit leave it. You know, like that. So
They could be the best of the rest, but with like the Arsenal thing with Zinchenko crying and everything like that, this just lets us know what was going on inside that dressing room. Arsenal, you play better football. Yes, Arteta, a great coach, but you still have that soft underbelly. That old Arsenal that we thought had gone, no, that's still there. Like the chin's still a bit shaky.
And you know what makes it worse
That's what
for
it
me?
is.
Yeah,
The chin's still a bit.
it's the Amir Khan thing. You got all the flashing that once your chin gets popped, you
that's
you
what
get
I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
Man said cross
yeah,
hands and that, but the
yeah.
chin's just weak, fam. You know that.
Do you know what it is as well? I think what makes it worse, yeah, Jesus is being honest, and you'll get a few minority fans that say, do you know what? At least he's speaking the truth. For me, I think it's poor because you sign Jesus from your potential rivals, which actually ended up pipping
To
you
bring mindset.
to make the difference. You signed Zinchenko and Jesus because they have that winning mentality to bring it into your team, to start games, to make the difference. Now you're coming out saying that, oh, we got nervous, but surely Jesus, you should be one of the players that are trying to stop that.
But Ty, that tells you all you need to know. They was never the main guys at Manchester
No,
City.
they weren't.
They were never
right.
the go-to guys. They were
No.
never the leader of those locker rooms. They played their roles and played their
Man should have
part.
said to Jesus, name names, big man. You know what I'm saying? Name names.
Who got
Because
like,
whoever they are, they're still there.
yeah, like who got nervous and like why?
And you know who he's talking about? He's talking about his manager. That's who he's talking about.
You reckon he's talking about Mikel Arteta?
Well, listen.
Do you reckon?
Of course he is. You know why? You know why? Because what's your job as a manager? Your job as a manager is to control the whole narrative in the dressing room. The whole narrative. You see the way Jose controls the narrative and he turns his teams into the underdogs and he does the siege mentality thing. As a manager, yeah, exactly. Sir Alex Ferguson used to do it. We're not talking to the media. You hate our players. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what it's the manager that controls the narrative in the dressing room. Do you know what I'm saying? And if Arteta's wobbling, the players wobble. Do you understand what I'm saying? If Arteta's stoic and he's like, nah, we've got this, then it rubs off to the players. I'm telling you, you could see the manager was nervous. Watch towards the last 10 games of the season. De Bruyne was on the side, doing sign language for the sake of it. Man, just biting his nails, bro.
Yeah, they really did.
Like, bro, he was stressed, fam.
He was.
You can see his body language. Watch him just walking up and down the touchline, bare nervous energy. And
someone said it in the comment section. This does prove that they did bottle it. Nervous bottle is the same thing, people. It's a part of the same. It's a part of the same.
Part of the same thing.
And staying on that, look at Jurgen Klopp as well. Look at Jurgen Klopp. Done the same thing with Liverpool. Liverpool conceding goals. He's smiling. Am I lying? He's laughing.
Yeah. He
bro,
started doing silly interviews and all that.
Bro, the Bray was laughing when they were conceding goals. I'm just seeing bare teeth, bro. And it's because he's broken. And that rubs off to the players. When the players are seeing the manager just laughing on the side, we conceded again. Like,
Because Prime Mourinho don't do that. Pep's not doing that. Ferguson's not doing that. Like, them man are not laughing.
No way.
And you're right. It does come from the manager. And then you have leaders in the dressing room, captains and others, who then give the manager's message in the locker room and on the pitch. You should not be getting nervous in that situation. The reason why they got nervous in that situation is Arsenal know that they're not that good. They're not of that level. That's why. And they didn't expect to be there. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, shit. They was in a championship
they didn't expect to be there last year, Flores. Yeah,
exactly. They was in the championship. No. They was in the championship fight and rocked the champion. And then when they rocked the champion and he was stumbling, they didn't know what to do. He's like, oh, shit.
I just got to the championship round 10 and that, and they couldn't.
They froze. That's what it was, because they didn't expect. Why are you nervous?
That's it, bro. And like my man said, Ten Hag don't have emotions. He just always
he's straight face,
which is what's great. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that though. I love that. Whether we win 5-0 or lose 2-1, man, you would know.
This Bray always looks pissed off, and this is why it's great, innit? Because as a player, it's like you just know you just got to focus on what you have to do, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like he come out and said, "Oh, we don't play friendlies after you mash up Arsenal, bro." As a player, you want to hear that, and that's the mentality that he's instilling into the team. It's not making excuses. Like Arteta sat down and said, look at Rice, look at Havertz. This is the first time they played together and all these things. Started talking shit. Like someone said something about physicality and he was like, Xhaka's not more physical than Havertz. Havertz is 191 centimeters. Bro, since when is height physicality, bro? Like Peter Crouch, it weren't physical, blood, and he was a centimeters. You know, he said he's 191 and that. Arteta chatting shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is what man does, bro. Chat's rubbish, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a hippie, bro. Like he's a great coach. Do you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like the psychological thing, is what wins you championships. The reason why Jose, is in the running for being one of the greatest managers ever is not because his football is the most attractive. It's not because of possession. It's not because of goals scored. It's because of his mentality and how he sets up teams for war.
It's being able, just like I said to you, win at all costs in all different ways. It's simple as that. If your main objective is to win, then sometimes what the greatest managers, and this is actually Ferguson, like we said, he didn't play the greatest football when we were kids, but he won a lot. When the greatest managers are able to sacrifice part of what they want to do for the better of the team getting the result. It's like Arteta, right? I don't feel like Arteta is the manager that wants to kind of sacrifice. He would say, right, whoever we're playing, Arsenal, we are playing our way. And sometimes playing their way can get them hurt. Like we saw at the Emirates when they tried popping City off the park. And City said, you know what? You lot do your thing, but we will have the killer moments. They done that. If Man United can go into next season doing that, if Man City can go into the next season doing that, and Liverpool can find some compromise, I don't think Klopp's been able to do that, them teams will get some big results along the way. But it's finding the way the managers
You're right.
are able to say, you know what?
If that was the Man United of old, under Sir Alex Ferguson,
we would have gone to Emirates and chilled, bro. And
we would have gone there with a 5-man midfield, Darren Fisher.
Bro, Party song there doing man of the match.
That's it. And we would have looked to hit them on the break and just secure the draw or the win.
That's it.
However it came, but don't
sacrifice something just to
100%.
say, right, we're going to get the win. And I don't feel like some managers like Arteta can do that because they just want to win playing their way only.
Can't.
And that's not the way it is. And also, there's a way to lose. The manner in which Arsenal capitulated is where the bottle attack came from. The whole Zinchenko crying. What happened at Anfield? Saka missing a penalty.
Did anyone tell us why he cried? Why didn't someone ask him, bro? Because
because we all seen it in 4K, fam. Because he got cooked by, was it Trent on the right wing?
Yeah, I know, but bro, man need to explain to us why, as a grown man with children, and a wife, why you cried on television.
Yo, because
man need to know these things.
He was like Jesus said, maybe Jesus was talking about Zinchenko. But you can't be saying that, man. Even if that is the case and what Jesus is saying is correct, you don't say that publicly. There's no benefit.
Nah, you don't. That's what I said. You should have said
you keep everything and you keep all problems in house.
But also that shows a lack of respect, for what's going on there. Because bro, he's been at Man City already, so it shows that I'm not rating this.
Yeah.
I'm not rating.
He's been at the best where it's elite to win. Like you don't go out that way. You lose football matches. You can lose title races from positions of power, 100%. But it's the manner in which they did. There's so many moments. Like you at home to Southampton and you draw 3-3. Like, come on, man. Like, we get losing to City. Home to
you know what?
Southampton.
You know what would be interesting though, which is good. This would be a good test now to see if Arteta is willing to sacrifice a bit of himself, because we will know based off last season what he did and how they played.
He has to
how they're going to play this year. This is why now they've got Thomas Partey potentially still staying, and they've got Declan Rice. Let's see if he actually says, you know what, I'm going to play Partey and Rice, because then I'll be like, you know what, you're trying to play that Amrabat Casemiro thing, but you're letting attackers
playing Partey at right back, bro.
Yeah. But for me, if he now plays like Rice and Partey together, I'll be like, okay, you're doing a bit of give and take, and that's balance. But whether he's going to do that, I don't know. But Arteta is going to be tested this year. He's going to be tested this year, 100%. I got a quick one, Rance. I know you're going to wrap up in like a few minutes.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was a good question. I asked it last night on the show. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you the answers. I want to see what you man think. The top 7 teams. Yeah, guys, get your comments in as well. Top 7 teams. So this includes Newcastle, Chelsea and Tottenham, and obviously then Liverpool, United, City and Arsenal. Which top 7 manager you man thinks leaves first this season?
Arteta.
This guy's a joke, man. This guy's a joke, man.
Where? Are you what? Is he joking?
Nah, he's being serious.
Arteta.
Who's the top 7? Who's the top 7? No, I'm joking. Eddie Howe goes first and then Arteta.
Eddie Howe?
Yeah, Eddie Howe goes. Newcastle are going to die this season, bro.
Bro, this is.
Well, you think even if they die, they sack him?
Out of the big 6, out of the big 6, I think.
Well, he said big 7. It's 7.
Nah, 7. Chucking Newcastle in there.
Nah, but bruv, in Newcastle, obviously Eddie Howe goes first because I believe that Newcastle are gonna like the build up of games are gonna be too much for them. I think Tottenham are gonna stick by their manager. I think their manager gets at least 18 months.
I see that. You know who I say? You know who I think it is? I think it's Poch.
Nah. Poch gets 18 months.
The reason why I think it's Poch is it's Todd B. He'll push the button.
Nah, he's getting the time. He has to get the time.
All right. Okay.
You know what? I think there's
no other 60 names out there for Chelsea.
3 different answers, yeah. We've got Eddie Howe for Rants, we've got Poch for Flawless, and I'm gonna go Jurgen.
Oh, Jurgen.
Bro, if
Alright.
Liverpool start slow.
Elaborate on that. Go on. I like
So
that.
if for me, yeah, Liverpool, people have said about them getting backed in the window, right? They have been backed. Cody Gakpo was signed in January. Darwin Núñez was signed in the big money last summer.
Facts.
This window, we've said, right, they needed a midfield. They've got 2 out of the 3 midfielders.
And they're getting Lavia as well.
3 midfielders coming in terms of big, like World Cup winning midfielder, a £60 million attacker since Coutinho. And then you got Lavia, who's one of the youngest potential Premier League ballers. If they start slow after all them signings and having a fully fledged attack with Jota back as well and Luis Diaz, he is under pressure. I'm telling you now, I had Liverpool fans on my show on Never a Foul saying, I want him out the club. And I said, chill, he's got credit in the bank. Let's see what he does when he gets his midfield. Well, my excuse is out the window. He's got his midfield. Liverpool, we're saying earlier, must be competing. Rants 10 minutes ago, they would be the closest to Man City.
Sure.
If Liverpool start slow, Jurgen Klopp is under pressure, man.
Listen, Ty, one thing I would say is,
I don't think he gets sacked.
he should be under pressure. You're right. I said last season Jurgen Klopp should be gone already. However, Liverpool fans seem to think this guy's Jesus. So I don't think this guy's going in it. And I don't think there's a viable replacement for him ready-made. I think that he's got enough credit in the bank with the Champions League
Has
win
he
and the Premier League win.
From last year?
I think he does with the board, because remember, I don't think the Liverpool board want to win anything anyway. I think that they overachieve.
Rants, you know, pay as you go ain't about no more. He's had his back in. Bro, he's good. Pay, you can't top up the credit right now.
You're not wrong in what you're saying in terms of like Rancid. Yes, them being the closest to. I just don't see them going through a bad run of form, and the board, even if he should be sacked, I don't see the board sacking him.
Me too. That's why
I think it comes down to, you know what it is, flawless.
Yeah,
I think it would get to the point where, and Daps even said it to me when I said Klopp, them man were like agreeing as well, because it's not always about being sacked. It could get to the point where Klopp's like, do you know what? I've done everything I can at this club. Mutual. And that's what some managers do.
I've said this before. I said this again. I don't think Klopp wins anything major at Liverpool in his time remaining. I think he's in his Wenger phase. You know, when Wenger,
I agree. You're right.
You know when Wenger fell off, but they still picked up quality players. They still get top 4. They still win FA Cups. They still win League Cups. They still play good football. Still in the occasional title race. That's where I think
Klopp's peaked, isn't it? Peaked.
I think he's peaked. I think Klopp has that. What Wenger had at Arsenal, I think Klopp now has that at Liverpool. That's why I don't think he'll be sacked, even if he should be. Because there's times where Wenger should have been, but he won't be because of what he's done for the club. So that's why I don't.
If they hit the ground running, I'm like, you know what? He's secure. But I'm just saying, if it's 6 or 7 games in, or even 10, and they have started poorly, the pressure is coming. You don't
on the
know.
flip side, this is why I said this about Poch, because I look at Chelsea's team, and Chelsea fans are gassed about who they sell. And I said this about Manchester United. They're in a worse position than us. Where are your goals coming from? Look at their attack.
Raheem Sterling,
apart from Raheem,
he's not even starting for them.
He's awful, blood.
And the thing is, we know with Sterling he's a great being number 2 to someone. If you get a bad boy centre forward, Sterling's gonna get you goals and assists 110%. We've seen that, but they don't.
I think this is the year Sterling does not start for Chelsea. I don't think he's
Sterling's finished, bro. He's in the twilight now.
So let's say he don't start. Who's their front 4? And Nkunku, that Jackson kid, Madueke, and Mudryk.
Yeah.
I'm not banking on that to get goals.
Oh, but neither am I. But they're not going to finish in the top 6, so it don't matter. You know the ones there. Like,
you think all that money he spent, you don't think Poch should be under pressure if they finish 8th?
The reason why I don't think so is because it's like I had Louis on the show yesterday, and it's very much a long-term project. Even when you look at the players they're going for, the ages they're going for, they've understood that they're not the Chelsea of old anymore that has to win the Champions League or whatever. This is a rebuild. Even when you look at the fact that their owner, I think they bought another club, didn't they?
Was it Strasbourg?
Yeah, France.
Yeah,
Strasbourg.
but that's what I mean. They're trying to do the Leipzig model, innit? They're trying to remodel the club, so they understand it's not a quick fix. So because of that, I think Pochettino gets time, innit? Like I don't think that Pochettino, they're gonna get rid of him. I think ultimately he wanted to do with Potter what he did with Poch, but Potter just wasn't good enough. Do you know what I mean?
That's where
Poch will get time though. Do you know what I mean? Because he's Premier League proven. He's Premier League proven in rebuilding teams as well, bro. Do you know what I mean? And nurturing talent. He done it with Southampton and Tottenham.
Second choice then.
Sorry?
Would you put Klopp as your second choice behind Howard then, based off my logic?
No, because I think that Klopp's leaving anyway. I think Klopp's gonna leave within the next 2 seasons anyway, but I think he'll leave of his own accord. I don't believe he'll be sacked. Do you know what I mean? Like from what James was telling me, I think Klopp's already said that I think next year is going to be his last season. Like, I think he's already kind of verbally said that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like he'll leave on his own accord. I don't believe the team would get rid of him because there's gratitude. See, Klopp leaves in 2026 when his contract ends. See,
Big up Ryan. Yeah, hope you're blessed.
So, yeah. So yeah, I think there's a verbal agreement that he walks then, and I don't think he'll be pushed out before then, because the only way I could see that happening is if they got put in a situation like we had with Van Gaal, where Mourinho became available and we just had to pull the trigger to get our guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless Liverpool get put in that situation, I think the owners are very, very happy with sticking with him, because they think that they can get Champions League. And also, yes, he's a shield because it'll have them overperforming, which is what Wenger was doing with Arsenal. And not spending money and still getting top four with Shamak and these guys. So I believe that Klopp walks when he wants to walk. I believe that Mikel Arteta is in a situation right now where he spent nearly $750 million.
Are you putting him second?
Yeah, okay. I am. And you know why? Because Arsenal fans, bro, as much as these men are backing Arteta now, you saw them man punching each other in the face the other day, blood, when we slumped them.
If they don't win nothing,
broski, if they don't win nothing again after spending all that money on Rice and all that, and then they're seeing it's nearly 700,000 that they've spent, the pressure's on this guy,
Don't let him off.
700 million, sorry, yes. Because bro, they bottled top four the year before, then they bottled the league, and not just the league, they bottled all the trophies as well, because they didn't get to the latter stages of any cup competition. Do you know what I'm saying? So they've sacrificed all of that. They've then spent 105. I think that's that might be the Premier League record, isn't it? That's the record for the English player. They've broken the Premier League record as well. Do you know what I mean? They've done all these things. If they then go into the season and don't win anything again, do you know what I mean? If they go towards Christmas, bro, and they're not at the top of the league and they're not very close to the top of the league,
and they get packed in Europe, which could happen,
and they get embarrassed in Europe, bro. He's under
that'll be nasty.
He's under immense pressure, bro. Like he's under immense pressure because this is his fifth season at the club, 4th full season, bro. This is a long time to be somewhere and only have one trophy, and that was a trophy that, do you know what I mean, the previous manager got you halfway to.
Yeah, so it was his team as well. Yeah, you can't spend on.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting.
Arteta could be definitely. I think Klopp's he's secure, Pep's secure. I think Ten Hag's secure. Forget all that. Like I said, the reason why I mentioned Poch is because I can see that, not because I don't rate Poch as a manager. It's more so on Todd. And like I said, their team. I don't think their team is it. I look at it and I don't think he'll be as bad as Potter. But let's say they are in 7th, 8th position. I can see it getting very toxic, very quick.
100%. And
that's
you
how
see,
I'm looking at it.
On the point of Ten Hag, being secure as well, bro. Like,
I think this season,
obviously there was rumors, of Man United inquiring about Mbappe, innit? And you know what's funny, to me, I think someone put in one of the comments, I saw just before I came on here saying, because we put up a video saying, United should go in for Kane or whatnot, saying, you lot are broke. The funny thing is, we're clearly not broke, blood. Look at the way we're moving. Like, we're not moving like a team that ain't got money. All the targets that we want, we're getting. Do you know like that? And we're getting specifically the man that we want, bro. Please understand that there's money aside for Harry Kane, if he becomes available. There's money aside for an Mbappe bid, if he becomes available. The whole thing about Man United not having money. No, we do have money. It's just that the owners are reluctant to part with it, but it's there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the money's there. The money's parked off. Like that. Like, there's no Man United, bruv. Man United have 300 million on a credit card, blood, that they could use if they want to use. Like, this is Man United.
That's why I don't pay no mind when people say, you only got 100 M's to spend. Look at how much we've spent already.
But this is what I'm saying.
And that's without player sales.
Remember, someone said we only had 50 million to spend or something like that. And we need to sell players. And this is nonsense.
I was like, okay.
Bro, it's nonsense, bro. Yeah. These times, Hojlund, bruv, personal terms are already agreed. Yep. He turned down PSG for man, and he's coming. Do you know what I'm saying? Onana, personal terms was agreed immediately. Amrabat, personal terms were agreed immediately. And Man United are negotiating behind the scenes with these man. This deal's going to be done probably by the weekend. Like, it's one of them ones where we're agreeing personal terms with you. Bruv, money is there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where don't be surprised if Man United, towards the end of the window, drop a madness, bro. Because the money is there. This myth that we don't have money, it's like, cool, for a team that don't have money, we're sure, bro, we're making some signings, bro.
And we're making some sales.
Yeah, bruv. And we're making sales
Yeah.
as well. We moved Elanga along. We got a decent amount of money for
That's
Elanga.
good money for Elanga. Very,
You know what I'm
very good
saying?
money for Elanga.
Someone
Very,
that's
very
never
good
really
money.
started for our team. And what we get? Did we get 15, 20 for him or something?
Yeah, I think it was between 10 and 15. I think
Decent.
Good
You
business.
know,
Very
like
good.
15 million for Anthony Elanga. Like Fred's still gonna move. Bruv, they're saying McTominay might move. Like, well, actually,
Maguire.
Maguire, the outgoings are actually pretty good as well. Like the manager's actually doing a decent job.
Henderson as well. You know what I'm saying, let's not forget he could be on the way up.
Yeah. I hope we get a
Martial,
sell for that.
and
I don't want no
obviously-
obligation loan
Yeah.
and just sell him, man.
But this is it. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like, let's not sleep on what we're doing. I think we're having a good window. Tellez has gone as well.
Let's
Do you know
look
what I
forward
mean?
to tonight, man. Rome should be a good game.
100%. I'm doing a watch along, people. You man about later. Are you man doing your watch alongs? Are you watching the game? I'm definitely doing a watch along. So I'll be back at, I think it's 1:30.
I might have a little nap and then wake up and just watch the game in bed, to be fair. But man, make sure obviously you run up the likes, people. Nearly on 800.
Yeah, run up them likes, man. We're like 60 away from 800.
Check out
have you
Sarcasm channel as well. And,
you man got anything else coming up for the day that you want to plug?
Go on, Ty.
I'll big up. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV as well. Big up Flawless every single time. I'm one of the first brothers I met on here, man. Make sure you like this video for Rants as well. Let's get him to 100k subs soon come. And then never a foul for our stuff as well. We do 2 shows a day normally. So yeah, just check us out. Never a foul. I know it's in the description or the title as well. And then Trafford Tunnel as well as our Man United channel will be launching after I'm back from holiday, like mid-August. But yeah, big up everyone that has me obviously here on the show. Big up Dave in the back as well, man. So shout out the legend that is Dave. Big up Rants for having man as always, much appreciated. Big up Ty, always good chopping up with you. Echoing that. Make sure you subscribe to Never a Foul. Hit the like button here, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And both their channels are in the title, people. So make sure you sub up.
Subscribe to Sarcasm City TV, people. In regards to what we've got coming up today, just under an hour from now over on the Twitch, Pro Clubs, people, FIFA 23 running that up. So make sure you head over to the Twitch. Then midnight, I'll be back here on the YouTube for the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we just answer sporting questions from the chat. So obviously you got football, obviously the big bout coming up this weekend.
Yeah, boxing, my big boxing. I'm ready for that, man.
So that's gonna be fire. And then I won't be on the watch along on the Twitch, but the man them are holding it down for the United Real Madrid game, because I can't do preseason games, man. I'm so disinterested. I just want the season back. Yeah, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and Twitch, people. Big up.
Come on, people. So big up. Make sure you follow up the man them. And yep, I will catch you guys back for the watch along.